Hello, peoples. How are y'all doing? Hi, Nukes. Hi, Orpheus. I hope y'all have had a good week so far. I'm quite exhausted, so this is not going to be long today at all. I drove back home yesterday, and it was a few hours driving. And then, oh, my phone is currently right next to the mic. That's gonna be loud if it goes off, because I haven't silenced it yet. Oh. Well, no matter. What was I gonna say? Right, thoughts. Jeez. Right, yeah, so I did that trip, and then I didn't sleep very well. And then today I've been out of the house most of the day, running errands, going back and forth between places. So I'm quite tired. Sorry. When I'm tired, my brain is even slower than usual, so I'm having a harder time sharing my thoughts and giving coherent thoughts and thinking about what to say without all the ums and ahs. But yeah, so that's kind of that generally. And that's why stream isn't going to be too long. Other than that, not much new stuff to talk about. It was sunny today. I'm happy with that. It feels a little bit like spring is finally coming in. So that's like, that gets you excited. Totally might regret that because in German we have a saying about April weather. It's a rhyme, actually. Der April, der macht, was will. Which means April does what the fuck it wants. Well, without the fuck. But yeah, it just, because sometimes you've got snow, sometimes you've got nice, good sunshine, warm days, all that shit. It can be anything still. But overall, it feels like spring's coming in. So that's fun. Also, hi, Flo. I'm not sure if I said it yet. I hope that your ankle is all good now, Nukes, and that you're not in any pain. And I'm happy to hear that you handed in your dissertation. Good luck as for the results there. Is that something you can say? I hope it's as good as you hope it to be. Is it? Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Again, train of thoughts. You'll have to excuse if I seem a little brain dead. Even more than usual. But yeah, I was thinking maybe we could go through a few comments or talk about audios a little. Not sure if there's any specific ones that y'all are interested in. Man, that reminds me that I have not replied to the last 3 uploads comments. I've been a bit behind on that. I often have well, sometimes it's difficult to find the right reply. And the upload 3 weeks ago, well, it's not, technically it's 2 weeks, but there has been 3 uploads since then. So 2.5, I guess. But that one was a comfort audio, and so the comments on those are sometimes a little more sensitive, and I gotta You know, give good, good productive and also sensitive replies to that. And then I don't have the time to just, like, I mean, no, I can't do that in, like quickly. I gotta sit down and think about my answers there. And then it ends up being, like, procrastinated on. That's kind of just how that goes. But anyway, I did a poll the other day on Patreon. So the patrons could, vote on what kind of an audio will be coming out soon. To be fair, it's not like necessarily for like the next upload. The timing is unspecified, but I was basically like thinking, oh man, I'm in the mood to do like an emotional kind of audio again sometime. And I was just asking, like, for the direction, you know, like, what people would like to see that go in. What direction people would like to see that go in. Like, if it's supposed to be, like, an actual, like, sad one, you know, just, like, emotional in that way, or if it's supposed to be, like a happy cry kind of thing. Just, like, you know, being grateful for something, or being surprised, and you know, getting emotional over that. The speaker, the girlfriend in this case, not the listener, because, you know, I would be acting the emotions. Or if it's like a reverse comfort type thing, or, you know, something entirely different. But yeah, that poll is technically still ongoing. Yeah. I probably will only close it once I've decided, okay, I'm gonna, like, record now. And then people know that the decision has been made. So, still ongoing. Hi, Val, that's no worries at all. Wait, are you Val this time? Because again, profile picture reminds me. Makes me think. But then I've been wrong before. Are you an imposter? Are you who I think you are? Have I fooled myself? Has my brain betrayed me? Maybe. But yeah, I hope you have a good day, good night, whichever it is. Don't worry about not being able to stay. There's more streams in the future, always. I don't want anyone to be, like, stressed or, like, afraid of missing out and whatever, for my streams. Obviously, you know, there's, like, some more special ones, like the horror stream we did last week. You know, that's, like, much out of the usual with face cam and the heart rate monitor as well. They're apparently quite expensive, so I will not be getting myself one. For sure. I don't need one for medical reasons, and doing it just for stream is a little too expensive, I have to admit. But yeah, so that was a special one. Oh yeah, also, time zone changed. Or not time zone, but, well, daylight savings and the... Is it called daylight savings, like, in both fall and spring? Or is one called daylight savings and the other one is called a different thing? I don't know. Not sure. But yeah. That happened on Saturday. Or rather, you know, Saturday to Sunday, the night of. So, if stream time is unusual for anyone, or my upload time, well, that's because my time changed. And then yours probably didn't. Maybe yours did a few weeks ago, maybe yours is still gonna change. Or you're in one of the two fucking places that does not do time change. Which I wish we did. Like, as in, I wish we didn't have time change. I talk about this every time that, you know, 'tis the season for it, though. Y'all must be getting so bored by it by now. I mean, to be fair, that makes it a conversation every half year. But still. The longer I talk, the more yawns you may hear. Probably, possibly, maybe. But again, I mean, we're not gonna do long, so there's that. But yeah. This week on Twitch, we're gonna get back to Horizon. And then I'm not sure when, like, exactly we're gonna get, like, fully into Layers of Fear. Like, I did promise, and then had to, kinda, cancel that, because I was like, oh fuck. Playing. I remember the story is very important, but I don't remember the story. I keep pronouncing story weird. Like, story. I want to pronounce it like Rory. Like, I don't know why. I didn't choose this. This life chose me. I don't know. Thank you, Orpheus. I'm glad you agree. Very glad. Very, very nice. It throws off your own body clock and also all the animals, you know, they get used to when, like, heavy traffic times are. And then when that changes, well, that's fucked. There's more, like, accidents with animals. There's also more accidents in general. Though, to be fair, this was when time change used to be, like, Sunday night to Monday morning. I'm not sure if that is the reason they changed it to, like, Saturday to Sunday morning. Like, that night. But yeah, there used to be a lot of accidents the Monday morning after time change. I think there maybe still is. I haven't looked at the statistics, actually. But yeah, because people are, like, thrown off and they get less sleep. And then, you know, more prone to accidents. I'm turning Canadian. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to be up where it's cold. Fuck that. Nah, man. I'd prefer to turn Texas. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Don't tell the Texans. Oh, boy. Right. Anyway. I've had a lot of, like, I've rediscovered the joy of playing board games lately, which is nice and fun. A retro? You want to call it retro? Except, literally, all of my friends live, like, away from me. Well, I guess technically except one. One lives pretty close. But then, like, after that, the closest friend is, well, a 5-hour drive. And then everyone else is in all other fucking countries. I gotta take a flight. I can't just fly over for a Saturday night to play some board games. That don't work. So that doesn't work. Stardew Valley it is, I guess. I'm sorry, Orpheus. I mean, like, I'm happy if you enjoy it. Happy for you. But I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there at all. What? It's cold. Do you know that? Has anyone told you? Do you notice? Because I notice. I notice the cold just thinking about the cold. My gosh. Definitely gotta stop streaming just a little bit. Otherwise, this is just like half yawning. I also think I get like a little more mumbly. Obviously, I can try and focus on speaking clearly and being awake and whatnot, but that's not relaxing. Hey Gremlin, hi. I was just thinking about you. Welcome, welcome. I almost mentioned your name and then I was like, no, I shouldn't. Orpheus, do you mean 5 degrees Celsius or do you mean 5 degrees Fahrenheit? Because if it's 5 Fahrenheit, why aren't you dead yet? Well, no. But yeah, that would be, you know. I'm assuming you're talking about Celsius. Please be talking about Celsius. No, Gremlin, don't be thinking like that. Oh my god. I mentioned something that made me think of you. Okay, it is Celsius. That's good to know. That's good to know. Oh my god. But yeah. I mean, here it's been like 8 degrees. Sometimes it's 11 or 12. There have been like 1 or 2 days that were like up to 16, 17. And if it's like, if there's no wind and it's nice and sunny, then it feels genuinely real warm. Like you can be out in a t-shirt then. But as soon as the sun's gone, then it's like cold as fuck again. And if it's windy, it's shitty anyway. No matter what. Oh no, don't worry, Gremlin. I mentioned Stardew Valley, and I mean board games before that, and I was like, can't do that with people far away. Guess I gotta stick to Stardew Valley. Yeah, that's like more or less what I said. What else was I gonna say? I feel like there's something that I was gonna say. Dude, yeah, totally puzzles too, that's right. I still have one sat on my TV table that like I was puzzling with friends. At this point, like what it must have been so long ago, over half a year? 3/4? When the fuck was this? I don't know. But one of my friends, like, I don't know, I don't remember if he tripped or if he was just drunk or if he, I don't know. But, he knocked over, like, a glass of, like, I think it was an alcoholic beverage, a wine, yeah. And that soaked, well, quite a few of the pieces. And so we never actually finished puzzling it, and then they went back home. And since then I've been like, oh, I want to finish the puzzle so I can wipe it down so it's not sticky at least. And, you know, like, then, like, obviously dry it after wiping it down as well. But yeah, and then, like, see... The thing is, where, the, like, you know, like, the pieces got soaked, they're, like, a little tighter now. Like, you know, because they got soaked, so they expanded a bit. Like, not a terribly, like, bad amount, but a little. And so I'm thinking about soaking the entire thing so that they're all, like, evenly, expanded, you know, so not, like, just some of them are kind of bigger than the rest. But maybe that's, like, a strange idea. I don't know, but for that, you know, I'd have to finish puzzling it first, and I haven't just sat down on my couch, and relaxed, and, well, basically since then, I think, since my friends were there. So whether that's half a year ago or 3/4 of a year, I don't fucking know. But yeah, so that's my puzzle endeavors. And I don't have the space to put up a puzzle anywhere other than that, on that table. If I, you know, put it up on my desk, well, I wouldn't be able to work properly. It would just be in the way. I've heard of those things, those mats that stay, like, rigid, so you can put a puzzle on top and then, like, move the entire mat whenever you need to move the puzzle. But I think those are, like, even bigger than the puzzles, and, like, a puzzle barely fits on my desk, kind of, you know, with my screens and stuff. And paperwork and whatever else I need to have on my desk, you know. So I don't think I'd be able to fit one of those mats. brilliantly stupid logic. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think it's, it's flawless. What could go wrong, Uh, is the perfect puzzle count to do with people? The puzzle count? What is the puzzle count? Oh, you mean like adding it up? Like the more people are working on the puzzle, the bigger it's gotta be? Or how do you mean? Like, what is the perfect puzzle count? I like talking and puzzling. Like, I think only puzzling would be a little bit like, I mean, if you get really into it, really concentrated, then I guess, but I've never had that. I can always talk and puzzle at the same time, and then it's like, like your hands are busy with something, and your brain is like a little bit busy looking for stuff, but you can also still talk, and that's nice. It's like the perfect mix of multitasking ish, and it's relaxed. And then if you've got some music in the background, even more chill. That's great. Oh, what is the perfect puzzle amount? Gotcha. I guess what threw me off was the is it to do with people? I thought you meant like what does this have to do with people? Like that was your question. I'm afraid I don't go that high in the numbers. I think I've done 1,000-piece puzzle before, but I can't do big ones like that because, like, again, I just don't have the space to leave like a puzzle long enough for that. Technically, I know I mentioned that, that one puzzle that's been on my TV table, couch table, whichever you want to call it, I guess. But that's like other circumstances. If I haven't used the table is like basically the reason that's been able to be there. And usually I would use the table and also, my desk. So like I take too long for those. I don't have enough time to like sit down and just be like, okay, I'm going to puzzle for the next 8 hours and then I'm going to be done with this and then I'm good. So I usually stick to the 500-piece ones, I think. Hi, Frank. Welcome. I can also only count to 10 with my hands. There's not much else to count on the hands. I can count further in my head, but on the hands it's just 10. Now someone smart is gonna come around and be like, yeah, but do you know the way of counting where you go with your fingertip and then like the space in between your fingers, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for one hand, and I'm like, no. Or maybe y'all right now are like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? To which I say, well, in my brain, this makes sense. Don't question it. Then I guess it would be 18. You can count to 18 with your hands. Yeah. If you count your palms, then it's a perfect 20. Not sure. Or you can use binary and count to like something. You can on your hands? Is that huh? I'm too tired to understand that, I think. Or maybe it's not trying to be understood. Maybe it's just trying to be something. But yeah, so what if you don't use your thumbs? But how are you getting 128 out of it? I mean, obviously if you go by the same place again on your hand, then sure, but then you can just count infinitely and you'll lose track of how far you've counted. Anyway, But yeah, I will be going. Well, I don't know if I'm going to bed yet. I might just lay around in my chair. Be a little potato. And then go to bed. Yeah, that sounds like a good damn plan. I hope you guys had fun, even though this was like a very quiet, little stream. I hope I'll see you around for maybe tomorrow's upload on Patreon or the Sunday upload on YouTube. Saturday stream, you know how it goes. Be good to yourselves and kind to each other. Remember to eat enough food and stay hydrated and all that stuff. And yeah, bye bye.